Hello students. So this is a pseudocode to input 10 positive numbers and find the total and the average. Pseudocode means, pseudo means false. So it's false code. It's not a programming language. Actually, it's an algorithm. It's a type of algorithm. So this pseudocode is used to implement a program. So at first, if you want to write a program, normally we need to write some algorithm by using pseudocode or flowchart like that. So this is pseudocode. So after when we design some pseudocode, then we need to implement that pseudocode to a programming by using some programming language like Python or Visual Basic or C++ like that. Okay, so here I'm going to explain the pseudocode. So the question is to input 10 positive numbers. 10 positive numbers means the number is fixed. It's only 10. It's only 10 numbers. It's not less than 10 or more than 10. It's 10. So in such cases, we can use for loop because we know how many numbers are there. Non-number of repetition. This is non-number of repetition. So we need to use for loop. Here we need to repeat 10 times. We need to input 10 numbers. So non-number of repetition. So we can use for loop. And here after input 10 positive numbers, then we need to find the total and average of those 10 numbers. So if you want to find average, then we need to find first total. Then we need to divide by that total, divided by how many numbers are there? 10 numbers. Divided by 10. That's okay. So that's the average. Okay. So I'm going to explain this. Total. We need to set first total to 0 because here we need to find the total. So total assigned to total plus number. So here total we can see on the right side. So initially it should be 0. Otherwise, it not this program will not work. If you implement this pseudocode program, it will not work. It will show error because total is on the right side. We need to assign some value to total. So we need to assign 0. Initialize it to 0. Then we can use for loop. Counter to 1 to 10. So counter is used to count how many numbers, how many repetitions. Okay. So this repeat until it is a type of loop in pseudocode for validation purpose. So what's the validation here? We need to input only positive numbers. If you input negative numbers, system do not want to accept that. So that is validation. So this validation is to ensure the numbers are positive. If it is negative, then negative and also 0. If it is negative or 0, the system may not want to accept because 0 is also 0 is not also a positive number. Yeah, 0 is not a positive number. 0 and less than 0, 0 and less than 0, the system did not want to accept. So first repeat, it enters. So repeat until actually this is a post condition loop because in pseudocode because the condition checking is at the end of the loop. That's why it's post condition. This for loop is precondition loop because the condition checking is at the condition checking is at the front as precondition loop at the beginning of the loop. That's why. So here only 4 counter 1 to 10 only. Okay. Then repeat print enter the number. So we can input the number, number is input until number greater than 0. So if number greater than 0, if you input number greater than 0 means if you input a positive number, it will accept and it will not continue, repeat. Otherwise, what happens if you input a 0 greater than 0? It's false. So if this condition becomes true here, this loop will exit. That is repeat until. because the number is accepted. It's a positive number. If this number is 0 or less than 0, so this condition becomes false. So if this condition is false in repeat until, it will not exit. It will repeat again. So if we input 0, what happened? Number 0 greater than 0, false. So it comes 0, repeat. Print, enter the number because it's invalid. So we need to input again, enter the number. So if we input -1, what happened? -1 greater than 0? No, it's false again. So if we input -5, -5 greater than 0? No. So if we input 3 plus 3, 3 greater than 0? Yes. So true until, that is the meaning. Until, if this condition becomes true, until this condition is true, then it stops. It will exit. That's the meaning of repeat until. So this repeat until is different from while loop. Because in while loop, the condition is true, then it continues. While, but here this is it is just opposite. Yeah, if this is true, if this condition is true, then it stops. Okay, that means in repeat until, when the condition is true, it will exit. But in while loop, if the condition is true, it continues the loop. And in while loop, if condition is false, then only it exits. Just opposite. Okay, fine. Then here, total. We need to find the total. So total plus number. So if we input 3, what happened? At first 0 plus 3. 3 is stored to total. Okay. Then this next is for this for loop. So I input 3 first, yeah. So that is number 1, counter 1. Then counter increment to 2. Then we can input another number. For example, 5, for example. So 5 greater than 0, yes. So it exits. And 3 plus 5, 8. So this process continues. Then it will read counter becomes 3, and we can input the third number. If we input negative number, it will not accept. It will repeat. It will ask again, enter the number, enter the number. If we input a positive number only, it accepts and it exits, and it will find the total, cumulative total. This is called totaling code in pseudocode. Totaling, to find the total, cumulative total. Then like this, it repeats continuously, and we can input 10 different numbers. For each and every number, it checks whether it is positive or negative. If it is positive, it exits and adds cumulative total. If it is not positive, if it is 0 or negative, it will ask again and again. Okay, so like this, it will input. We can input 10 different numbers, and it finds the cumulative total. So after, if you input 10 different numbers, when counter reaches 10, it stops and it exits from this for loop, comes here and finds the average total divided by 10. Yeah, this number is fixed. That's why we can write here 10. Then it prints the total and average. So that's the program. Okay, so this is a pseudocode. So we can implement this pseudocode to a program. Okay, fine. Thank you.